Okay, we will begin by calling this meeting to order. There is no public portion today, and we'll move right on to the first item on the agenda, which are the appointments. The first being that of vacancy on the planning board, Timothy J. Matamore. Let's see. Okay, any questions? Hearing none. Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Cochran, second by Councilman O'Connor. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved. The second item is the appointment of Christopher Nicolia to the Zoning Board of Appeals.
Motion.
Motion by Councilwoman Mullen, second by Councilman Cochran. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved. Third item is the designation of Vincent J. Messina as Vice Chair of the Zoning Board of Appeals. Any questions? I'll make that motion. Second.
I'll second that.
Second by Councilman Mullen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved. Now we move to the schedule of meetings. This is when the town board will be meeting throughout the year. Any questions? Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Mullen, Bergen, second by Councilman Mullen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Is approved. Next is bond counsel. The law firm of Hawkins, Delafield, and Wood will continue in this capacity. Any questions? Hearing none. Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Cochran.
Second.
Second by Councilman Bergen. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. Next, we go to powers of the town attorney. This item spells out the scope of authority and responsibility exercised by the office of the town authority as, the town attorney, rather, as is authorized by the town board. Any questions?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Bergen.
Second.
Second by Councilman O'Connor. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Is approved. Next are the Board of Appeals representation. The board shall be represented in all matters by the town attorney. Any questions? Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Cochran, second
Second.
by Councilwoman Mullen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Is approved. Next, we go to the official radio stations. These are designated for the purposes of providing the necessary information and notifications to the residents of the town of Islip. Any question?
Motion.
Motion by Councilwoman Bergen,
Second.
second by Councilwoman Mullen. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. Next, we go to the official newspapers. These publications are selected in order for the town to publish the legal notices as is required by law. Any questions? Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman
Second.
O'Connor, second by Councilwoman Bergen, Councilman Cochran, second by Councilwoman Bergen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Irish name.
Approved. Next, we go to the license authorization. This identifies the town clerk, Olga Murray, to be the commissioner of licenses and authorizes the clerk to issue licenses pursuant to law. Any questions? Hearing none. Motion. Motion by Councilman O'Connor,
Second.
second by Councilwoman Mullen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved. Next item on the agenda is the rental equipment. This regulates the use of the rental equipment by the various departments within the town. Any questions? Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Cochran.
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Bergen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved. Next, we go to the financial consultants, that being Capital Markets Advisors, who will, if approved, continue in this capacity. They've been very instrumental in helping us attain our AAA rating and maintain our AAA rating, which I think sometimes is even more difficult. But any questions? Hearing none. Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman O'Connor, second by Councilman Cochran. All those in favor? Opposed? It is approved. The next item is overtime services. These are designated to occur when deemed necessary. Everybody listening? Necessary by the individual departments within the town. Are there any questions? Hearing none. Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilwoman Bergen, second by Councilman O'Connor. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved. Next, we go to item 11, which is the controller payroll signature. This authorizes the supervisor to notify the state and the county that the controller, Joe Ludwig, has been designated to sign all payrolls. Any questions? Motion by Councilman O'Connor, second by Councilwoman Bergen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved. Next item are the payroll deductions. This authorizes the controller to monitor and document accumulated time on the town payrolls. Are there any questions? Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Cochran,
Second.
second by Councilman Mullen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved. Next item are the actuarial services. This authorizes the controller to obtain actuarial services when needed. Any questions?
Motion.
Pardon me?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Bergen,
Second.
second by Councilman O'Connor. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved. Item 14, weekly payroll. This resolution authorizes town employees to be compensated weekly. Are there any questions? Hearing none, motion? Motion by Councilman O'Connor,
Second.
second by Councilman Mullen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved. Item 15 is accounts section. This authorizes the controller to administer the supervisor's accounts section. Any questions? Motion?
Motion.
By Councilman Cochran, second
Second.
by Councilman Mullen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved. Next item in the water districts. This authorizes the Controller Joe Ludwig to represent the water districts within the town and to amend rates in accordance with the Suffolk County Water Authority. Any question? Hearing none, motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Bergen, second by Councilman Mullen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved. Item 17, the idle fund investment authorizes the controller to invest idle funds for 2019. Are there any questions? And it looks like this might be a little bit more favorable this year as far as investing, although we did do pretty well last year, and we thank the controller and his team for being very vigilant and moving those funds and maximizing our interest earnings. Any questions? Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Cochran, second by Councilman O'Connor. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. Digital signatures, it authorizes certain individuals to access the payroll production system, and it is very limited. Are there any questions? Hearing none, motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman O'Connor, second by Councilman Mullen. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. Item 19, bonding practices, continues the present practice for 2019 for elected and appointed officials. Any questions? Hearing none, motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman
Second.
Bergen, second by Councilman Cochran. All those in favor? Opposed? It is approved. Item 20, government securities dealers. This identifies the financial services companies and banks which will provide financial services for the town of Islip in 2019. Obviously, this can be amended at any time during the year as new banks may come available. Are there any questions? Hearing none, motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman O'Connor, second
Second.
by Councilwoman Bergen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved. Item 21, change orders, authorizes the supervisor to execute the amendments and change orders on existing professional services agreements, public works contracts, and purchase contracts which do not exceed 10% of the total contract price. Any questions?
I just want to make sure that's the same number that we were working with last year, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Motion.
Any other questions? Hearing none, motion by Councilwoman Bergen, second
Second.
by Councilwoman Mullen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Item 22 are the procurement procedures. It sets forth the process under which departments of the town may purchase items and services, obviously in accordance with all said policies and procedures according to general municipal law. Any questions? Hearing none, motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Cochran, second
Second.
by Councilwoman Mullen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved. The next item, airport consultant services. This authorizes the Commissioner of the Department of Aviation and Transportation to engage consultant services in limited circumstances and within set parameters. And again, those have been established and are the same as they were this past year. Are there any questions? Hearing none, motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman
Second.
Bergen, second by Councilman Cochran. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved. 24, Parks and Recreation Agreements. It authorizes the Commissioner of the Department of Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs to execute contracts for services in the amount not to exceed $3,000. Any questions? Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Mullen, second
Second.
by Councilman O'Connor. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved. Item 25, the acceptance of donation fees. This authorizes the acceptance of donations under $1,000. Anything above that amount would have to, would trigger a separate resolution. Any questions? Motion by Councilman O'Connor, second
Second.
by Councilman Mullen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved. Item 26, receiver of taxes courier service. This authorizes the receiver of taxes to enter into an agreement for courier services at no cost to the town. Any questions? Hearing none, motion.
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Cochran, second
Second.
by Councilman O'Connor. All those in favor? Opposed? It is approved. Item 27, FOIL procedures. Authorizes minor changes to the FOIL application form that may become necessary throughout the year. Are there any questions? Hearing none, motion.
Motion.
Motion by Councilman O'Connor, second.
Second.
Second by Councilman Cochran. All those in favor? Opposed? It is
Abstain.
approved.
I'm going to abstain on that.
We have 4 in favor, 1 abstention. Marriage officers, the appointment of town marriage officers for 2018. Are there any questions? Hearing none, motion.
Motion.
Motion by Councilman O'Connor, second by Councilman Mullen. All those in favor?
Do I need to abstain, or I can vote on this?
You can vote.
Yeah? That's fine. In favor.
All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Will be adjourned.
We would, there is no other business to come before us, so I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Motion by Councilman O'Connor, second by Councilwoman Bergen. We stand adjourned and wish everyone a very, very happy, peaceful New Year. Thank you so much.